Very good day everybody, and welcome to another video. Your favorite funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I will be your captain for today's flight. And today's flight will take us to Oceania. We'll be flying New Zealand from Christchurch to Wellington. We'll be using the PMDG 737-800 again. And then we'll be using real world time, real world weather, ESX, Aerosoft simple traffic tool, and we'll be using sayintentions.ai for our ATC. It's going to be a flight time of about 38 minutes, and we're cruising at 21,000 feet, so it's going to be a very short flight. I was curious to see the airport of Wellington, so I decided to fly there. That's how we do it. Alright, get the screen thump out of the way, get the Volanta thingy up. So we're parked now outside some medium ramp, number 48. I believe it was on GSX, but even on the map it's like 11 or 12 or something. So here's our little aircraft. Here's 737-800 by PMDG with Qantas livery. I did not really have a livery for New Zealand. I decided to just go with one of the neighbors' liveries, Qantas. They fly around these areas. Just not sure if they also will fly like from New Zealand to New Zealand. Probably not. And this will be our office for today. I don't think we can open this door. Just clicked something and I have no clue what it was. Shit, man. What the hell did we click there? Well, if this plane is not going to fly, we might now know why that is. Alright, let's get inside. What the hell would make that long of a noise, man? Anyway, here we are. So first things first, we'll start up the batteries. Navigation system. And let's start the ground power unit or the external power. Coming from the ground power unit. So let's get the boarding started immediately.
Boarding requested. Do you want to board crew? Crew bus is coming. Pilot's boarding starting.
So let's to check the gate numbers. Guessing that's the gate 11. constant X17. I believe yesterday I typed in 17 and it was actually 14, I believe. So constant X17. Wind to 901.038. Cruising altitude 210.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Block fuel 6262, so 6.2 or 6.3 if you want, and 3.5 on the final reserves. So 6.3, 3.5, also X17. So we'll set fuel, payload, and we'll select our route.
Passengers boarding starting.
I think we should be seeing the passengers moving, but unfortunately we will not be able to see them sitting down. Right, so we have our flight plan. If we go to the legs page, it's just a really short flight plan. It all fits on this very one page. But we will add the departure and arrival. But we'll have to check with ATC for that as well. So let's get our frequencies. So we are at charts, departure charts, airport. So 8 is 127.2.
This way, please.
And then before we do anything, let's start up saintengines.air. And we can request our clearance in a little bit.
Boarding pass, please. Welcome on board.
Temperature 13. Dew point 8. QNH 1015. Transition level 140. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Juliet. Christchurch International Airport, information Juliet.
Hello.
1800 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 211. Wind 035 at 6.
Pass, please.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 6500 feet. Temperature 13. Dew point 8. QNH 1015.
This way, please.
Transition level 140. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Juliet. Christchurch International Airport, information Juliet. 1800 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 2.
Delivery is 128.2.
Wind 035 at 6. Visibility 10.
Good morning.
Sky conditions, broken at 6500 feet. Temperature.
Alright, so we turn to our OFB real quick and we'll have a look at our routing. For today's route, departing runway 02, we'll be using the Gotbu 2 Papa departure.
Good morning.
Then over to GRETA, and then there is a Airway Yankee 393, then we have the awards for Bravo
Hello.
arrival for runway 16. For runway 02, the wind is 035, so that's very much acceptable. The wind is only 6 knots.
Boarding pass, please.
Got broken clouds 6500, QNH 1015.
Good morning. Hello. Hello.
So the good bull to pop up.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Information
Hello.
kilo, please for Auckland, finding W1, Papa departure, then a filed departure runway 2, initial climb 4,000 feet, departure
This
of
way,
120.9, squawk 6212, jet star 232. Clearance, good afternoon, New Zealand 372, requesting IFR clearance to Wellington.
Christchurch clearance, New Zealand 556, with information hotel, looking to pick up an IFR clearance up to Wellington.
Good morning. Good morning. Boarding pass, please. Hello.
Delivery, good morning, Qantas 812. Type 737-800 with a stand 11. Information Juliet requesting IFR clearance to Wellington.
Welcome on board. This way. Hello.
Give me 1 second for that clearance. Qantas 812, cleared to Wellington via the Gut B2 Papa departure, then is filed. Departure, runway 02, initial climb to 4,000 feet. Departure on 120.9, 00 squawk, 2452.
Hello.
Cleared via the gut boat to Papa. Departure then is filed. Initial climb 4,000 feet. Squawk 2452. Please repeat the departure frequency, Qantas 812.
Welcome on board.
Qantas 812, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready.
Good morning.
Please say again departure frequency, Qantas 812.
Qantas 812, departure frequency is 120.9, 00.
Thank you, Qantas 812. Well, that's ground 121.9.
Hello.
Qantas 812, you're welcome.
Boarding pass, please.
And we'll squawk 2452.
This way, please. This way, please.
2452.
This way, please.
So initial altitude 4,000 feet.
Hello. Hello.
Now let's see the runway heading.
May I see your
Runway
boarding pass?
02. We are right here, so we'll be taxiing. Not sure what it's called, Alpha. To Alpha
May
7.
I see your boarding pass?
And the runway heading, elevation 123, heading is 016 degrees.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Let's start our APU. We have 6.3 thousand kilograms of fuel. Turn on the seatbelt sign.
Passengers boarding starting.
One 109.9. 109.9. So we have the ILS frequency and the final approach course in case we need to return to the airport after departure. We will select 100 feet for the landing elevation. APU is settled.
This way,
Let's
please.
turn on
Welcome
APU
on
bleed
board.
and the APU generators, and then we can disconnect. We can turn off the ground power and disconnect it.
This way, please.
So this morning it's 13 degrees centigrade here in Christchurch. Let's have a look at the passengers. So we have 100 now out of 180. So we'll just keep that going. All right. So we are we're working GPS.
Boarding pass.
Let's continue setting up the departure. So runway 02 with the guard to
This
2
way,
Papa
please.
departure. Transition, I believe, do we have GRETA?
Hello.
Hiya, GRETA.
Good morning. Hello. This way, please.
Arrival runway 16.
May I see your boarding pass?
The arrival web. 180. That looks good
This
as well.
way.
So 16 with the ward for
Good
Bravo.
morning.
So arrival. Palace Zulu 16.
Hello.
Ward for Bravo.
Zulu Kilo Papa Tango Oscar, runway 11 taxi by Echo 12, Echo 1.
Hello.
Runway 11 taxi via Echo 12, Echo 1 Zulu Kilo
Good
Papa
morning.
Tango Oscar.
Frontier 577, contact tower on 118.4, take care.
118.4, Frontier 577.
May I see your boarding pass? Welcome.
And also 876 clear to destination as filed via GUT Bravo 1 Papa departure.
Plan fuel, 6.3.
To 4,000 miles walking.
2.5.
17. Thank you.
Zulu Kilo Papa Tango
Copy,
Oscar,
next one,
contact
seven.
tower on 118.4.
Cruising altitude 210. And the cruising wind was still 9
Good
knots
morning.
at 038. Transition altitude
May I
says
see your
13,000,
boarding
but
pass,
the ATIS information was saying it is 14,000. We'll just check
Hello.
that and execute. And just to double check the final results, 2.5. 3.5 for the final results.
Welcome on board.
We're cruising 29138,
Welcome on
Common
board.
Expo 7 and altitude 20. Altitude 210, cost H17, wind 2910 speed. The N1 limit, the set it up.
Welcome on board.
Performance
May I see your
tool.
boarding pass, please?
Departing runway will be 02. Elevation 121 feet. Forty weather, duration 015, please calculate. Selected temperature 40 degrees at a takeoff 1P rating, flight 5, this should result in 90.8% of N1 output. Elevation height 1500 feet, then 4.89, and then we have C1, speed 140, the road state 141, and V2 146. So we'll start with 40 degrees tip 1. Chemicals here, the SMS chemicals 91.4, we'll take that anyway.
Good morning.
So take off, and then we'll have flaps 5, should have 4.908 on the same setting, 4.89, excuse me. The runway length remaining, we did not check that, 107. 140, 141, 147, let's go with these numbers.
New Zealand 582, contact tower on 118.4.
That's weird.
Contact
Pretty much
tower
complete setting up
118.4.
for the
New
park.
Zealand 582. Goodbye.
Welcome on board.
New Zealand Papa Foxtrot at gate 34, engine shutdown, you can close the flight then.
New Zealand 7 Papa Foxtrot, flight plan closed. Have a great day.
Alright, so the approach,
Hello.
runway
Welcome
17,
on board.
16.
Hello.
Let's take this one, ILS DME Zulu. One was 0.3.
Hello.
But just keep that in the standby. For now we'll use the ILS for this airport in case we need to return to the airport. But then we have the frequency there already. And course setting would be 160. And see what does it start at.
Good morning.
Echo Bravo. That's the DOR. I don't think so. Echo Bravo, the
Hello. Boarding pass, please.
ILS identifier. Also, this has no name, it's just 9.1 nautical miles from the localizer. So that's the information we would like for sure. 9.1, and then we have 160. So that would be I was getting things confused, man. So 340. Boarding is completed. Let's create a fix for our runway. Go to our fix page. Put that sucker in. So let's be 340 degrees. That should result in the runway center lines coming to us. And then the glide slope will start at 9.2 nautical miles. Then we'll also create a little ring at 50 nautical miles for a little extra situation awareness benefit. And we should find it on the plan page.
Ground Lufthansa 32 with information Juliet request IFR clearance to Auckland. Clear to Auckland via the could be one Papa departure, then departure on the 2, initial time 4,000 feet departure on 120.9 squawk 326 to Lufthansa 32.
Please to Queenstown as filed via the ATSA 1Q departure, runway 20, cleared up to 4,000. Departure frequency 120.9 and squawk 1623, Kilo Echo Alpha.
Ground Qantas 812 information. Juliet request push and start. vertical navigation, lateral navigation are both armed. I'm not sure if that was to us. Please say again Qantas 812, request push and start.
Qantas 812, pushback approved, face northwest.
Pushback approved, face northwest, Qantas 812. Northwest makes sense, so pushback north to the left. Alright. Let's see, we have the APU generators running, so let's get everything set up. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Flight 812 to Wellington today. We're welcoming you on board to let you know we'll be taxiing in about 5 minutes. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 21,000 feet, and flight time for today will be about 38 minutes. On behalf of Qantas Airlines and the entire crew, thank you very much for your attention. Alright, so we got that sucker out of the way there as well. Right, so back to the overhead, the fuel pumps are open, yaw damper is on, seatbelt signs and the no smoking signs.
Switching to terminal, thank you, PQ.
Piper 50 Papa, contact tower on 118.4.
Let's close her up. Close all. Before we remove the chocks, let's set our parking brakes. Alright, let's do it. My flow got a little bit disrupted here.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
That will be nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
You got the partner.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
4.89. Right, let's start up engine number 2. We're waiting for N2 percentage to reach around 10. It's shooting up very enthusiastically. And we got some fuel in that. It's interesting. A very sharp turn. Let's stop right here. We're now watching the EGT to start dropping. I already heard the click.
Please set parking brakes.
And then we can start engine number 2. Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Starting engine number 1. And 2 is looking good. Fuel. The auto brake will go to rejected takeoff, and we'll be using a flaps 5 takeoff. The flaps go to the 5 position. We'll have to verify our takeoff speeds. Unit ref and 1 limit takeoff. 140, 141, 147. Takeoff speeds verified. Well, let's go ahead and confirm good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Right, so let's get the main generators online and we'll turn off the APU. APU bleed can also be turned off now. We'll put the packs on auto. Turn on traffic on the navigation display. Quickly have a look at our routing.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
That's looking good. Alright, so for the taxi routing, showing us the bypass pin, thank you. Very good. Thanks, Dad. Alright. So I think we can expect Foxtrot Alpha and then Alpha 7 to get on runway 02. Ground Qantas 812, request taxi.
Qantas 812, taxi to parking via Echo Alpha. Hold short of runway 29er, then continue via Alpha 7.
Second, please, Qantas 812 with taxiing for runway 02 for departure. Oh, we'll have to cross the runway, I get it. Runway 29er. Okay.
Qantas 812, runway 02 taxi via Echo Alpha. Hold short of runway 29er, then Alpha 7.
Doesn't look like there's an echo, is there? Does it? This is echo. Okay. Taxi to runway 02 via Echo Alpha, hold short runway 29er and Alpha 7, Qantas 812. Wait, maybe I should actually tell them. Taxi to runway 02 via Echo Alpha, hold short runway 29er and then Alpha 7, Qantas 812. Totally forgot to hit the transmit button. Alright, see. Parking brake released. Let's get going. You know what? Totally forgot to hold short runway 29. We ground Qantas 812. We accidentally forgot to hold short runway 29 as we are now on our way to Alpha 7. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff. Right, here's our runway coming up.
Qantas 812, contact tower on 118.4.
118.4, Qantas 812, bye-bye. Tower, good day. Qantas 812 holding short runway 02 at Alpha 7, ready for departure. the departure frequency was 120.9, let's set that one.
Qantas 812, Christchurch Tower, runway 02, wind 030 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 02, Qantas 812. Alright, we got our takeoff clearance, so let's turn on the landing lights. Position strobe and steady.
Qantas 812, runway 02, cleared for takeoff.
Turn off the packs for departure. Clear for takeoff, Qantas 812. Looks like he didn't hear me the first time. Alright, let's get ourselves onto the runway. Final approach looks clear. That looks clear as well. Let's try and line up at least a little bit in the middle. Alright, so let's start the timer. Go for 50% and 1. Both engines stable. Takeoff thrust set. We've got airspeed.
80 knots. D1T.
Get up.
Rate of climb.
And autopilot on. Flaps 2.
Well, the final approach.
Lock the gear.
All aircraft be advised, information India is now current. QNH 1022.
Clear to lock New Zealand 521.
Air India 526, welcome to Christchurch, contact ground on 121.9.
Qantas 812, contact departure on 120.9.
120.9, Qantas 812. On departure, good day, Qantas 812, climbing through 2,700 for 4,000 feet, we are at 7.4 nautical miles from Gidzenko. Flaps up.
Qantas 812, Christchurch approach, radar contact, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210, Qantas 812.
Contact
129.4, Qantas 812. Good morning, Qantas 812, climbing through 4,900 for flight level 210. We are 3.3 nautical miles from Gidzenko.
Qantas 812, Christchurch control identified. Good morning, Christchurch, QNH 1015.
Alright, we are on our way. which one do we want? This one. Okay. 10,000 feet coming up. Speed 250. Turn off the landing lights. The nose will start to drop. And then turn off the seatbelt sign as well. So now our top of descent will be quite early, at 1943, 87 nautical miles. Let's send out 13 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We have turned off the seatbelt sign, which means that you can now get up from your seat and walk around, enjoy our aircraft today. We're flying the 737-800. The flight time today will be approximately 38 minutes. We expect to touch down at Wellington in approximately, 38 minutes from now or so. On behalf of the entire crew and Qantas Airlines, thank you very much for your attention. Right, so we got the cabin announcement. Speed picking up, 292. We go monitor our climb settings with the target speed 292 for the climb, so that it's spot on. As I said, we'll be starting our descent quite early, 81 nautical miles. So let's set up a few more things for our landing and the approach. So we go to what is it?
Since we're in the skies northeast of Rangiora, the closest notable spot is Rangiora Airfield itself. This airfield has been a hub for general aviation in the Canterbury region for decades. It's a favorite among glider pilots and small aircraft enthusiasts. And you'll often spot vintage planes buzzing around on weekends. The airfield is also home to several flying clubs and has played a role in training many of New Zealand's pilots. If you ever wanted to see a collection of classic aircraft or watch some impressive aerobatics, this is the place.
Cool, thank you. Intercom, let's turn off the tour guide.
TV 41 Delta.
Right, it's a little bit late, but the after takeoff checklist, engine bleeds were it on, tanks were on auto, landing gear is up and it's also off. Flaps are up and no lights. So after takeoff checklist complete. So now for the final approach. We go to arrival and then the navigator crashes. Arrival, approach. So the frequency already had, that's 110.3. Actually I put in 111.3 earlier. So 110.3. Just to double check here, 110.3. And then the final approach course will be 160 degrees. So we'll set that to the course bars, both the pilot flying and the pilot monitoring. 160. Alright, so we are at CMD, that means our autopilot is on. N1 LNAV VNAV speed, we're climbing to 21,000 and we're now almost there, 1,000 feet to go. We're now 8 minutes into the flight and our top of descent will be in 10 minutes at 1943, it's now 1933. So we'll have a nice short little cruise stage. I'll quickly run into the galley and I'll be right back, and when I get back we'll start further preparing for our descent.
Qantas, 812, expect the Ward 4 Bravo arrival. Anticipate descent in about 10 minutes.
Right, so looks like we missed a message from ATC advising us of our arrival and the timing for the top of descent. So let's just quickly go ahead and confirm. If we go here, we can see, we should be able to see the message as well. So the work for Bravo descends in about 10 minutes. Qantas 812 expecting to work for Bravo, and top of descent will actually be in about 4 minutes, if that's okay with you. Qantas 812. Actually, it would be like 6 minutes or so.
Report established on the localizer.
I don't know what he's talking about. Why report established on localizer? But, you know, that's AI still learning, I guess. Alright, let's just carry on. Top of descent 40 nautical miles, 1943. So it's 6 more minutes. So we should be finished by then, absolutely. Auto brake will go to 2. Let's just have a quick look at the runway. Airport info, I believe that might be it. Yeah, let's put a pin there. So runway 16 will be ours. Landing towards the south in Wellington. And after touchdown we'll vacate to the left somewhere to the east apron. And then let's see, elevation 41. And the runway is nice, it's long enough. But let's see. Let's try the auto brake 3. So slightly heavier the braking. So we'll need to set the field elevation. We can put that at 50. Now the flight plan would like us to start descending. We're now on our way to Qantas. And then wards would be like 164, so we could maybe just dial in anything lower than where we are at now. Let's just put in 164 to start with. But probably ATC is going to give us a descent altitude anyway. But at least we got something there, so that means by the time we will fly over the top of descent mark here, the T/D, the autopilot will automatically start descending as long as there's a lower altitude set than your current altitude. Then you are at vertical navigation. Alright, so that's looking good. Then let's see, we're expected to land with 4.4 thousand kilograms of fuel. Let's check the speed. Let's do flaps 30 landing, that would be 147 knots. Then we add 5 for wind correction, would be 152 knots. And this should also be reflected in the leg stage. Runway 16, 152, and gains 152 as well. Now, what does that look like? Let's go to our plan page. We'll be coming in with B to Keynes. So this is all just hooked up, looking perfectly. We don't have to do anything, but we do have to probably mind our speeds and everything. So we'll see how that's going to work out for us. Let's go back to map.
TV and Hotel Zulu Sierra Juliet 1, Christchurch Control, climb flight level 220.
Let's see if we can get 8's information. 126, that's 19.
Flight level 250.
Flight level 250, DBM Sierra Juliet 1.
Shins. Advise on initial contact, you have information Oscar. Wellington International Airport, information Oscar. 1900 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 16. Wind 165 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, solid overcast at 2,000 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 12. QNH1015. Transition level 140 advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short
Alright, so we have
13
degrees,
advise on
13 knots of wind.
contact. You have information Oscar.
And overcast at 2000.
Wellington International Airport. Information Oscar. 1900 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 16. Wind 165 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Solid overcast at 2000 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 12. QNH 1015. Transition level 140 advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following.
Alright, cool. So, overcast 2000 feet. Which brings us, let's see, airport approach. The decision altitude. That means the point where we should actually have a visual on the runway. And I'm guessing for our scenario would be 259 radio altitude, so above ground level. 259 feet. Here's our top of descent. Going up to 59. Qantas 812, we're starting our descent momentarily.
New Zealand 1212, 4,000 feet with you.
Qantas 812, cleared Ward 4 Bravo into Wellington at your discretion, descent altitude 12,000, QNH 1014.
Descent 12,000, QNH 1014, Qantas 812. So 12,000, 12,000 feet. We're a little bit low, which is perfectly fine. I think he said something like via the SID. Let's have a look. Yeah, so basically the SID cleared by the Ward 4 Bravo into Wellington at your discretion. Descent out to 12,000, and so we got that. Looking dandy. Let's keep on descending. Time is 1944, expected touchdown 2002. Let's strap in the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking again. Please return to your seats. Make sure that your seatbelts are securely fastened. We have started our descent into Wellington Airport, where we will be touching down in approximately 17 minutes to be expected. We have a little bit of a breezy day today. It's about 15 degrees centigrade. There will be some clouds, but nonetheless we are expecting a very smooth touchdown on behalf of Qantas Airlines and the entire crew. Thank you for your attention. The transition altitude is 14,000.
Descent altitude 7,000.
Descent altitude 7,000, Qantas 812. I like that. At 7,000, let's look at the green arc. That's now telling us we'll reach 7,000 at the position of the green arc on our flight plan, our flight path, if you will. That would be after Phoenix or something. Let's see, legs page. Phoenix, that should be okay. We have there's hardly any vertical deviation at all, so we're good. So let's see descent checklist, because we are already descending. Pressurization, landing altitude. So you are now on standard pressure, and it was 10. Let's listen in again with the 8, because the guide said 1014.
Wellington International Airport. Information Oscar. 1900 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 16. Wind 165 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, solid overcast at 2,000 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 12. QNH 1015. Transition level 140 advised.
Let's start recording sky dolly.
Qantas, 812, contact Wellington approach on 119.75.
119.75 for Qantas 812. Bye-bye. Approach Qantas 812. We are descending through 50,400 for 7,000 feet, and we are 3.6 nautical miles from home docks.
Qantas 812, Wellington approach identified. Good morning, expect the ILS Yankee runway 16 approach into Wellington.
ILS Yankee runway 16 into Wellington. Can we request the ILS Zulu for runway 16 into Wellington? Qantas 812. 14,000 feet is transition altitude, so let's go 1015.
Qantas 812, ILS Zulu is not available for runway 16. ILS Yankee is assigned for runway 16 approach into Wellington.
Copy that. Expect ILS Yankee 16. Qantas 812. So 16. Zulu is not available, so we'll have to go with Yankee. Let's see if that is a lot different. Maybe the localizer is still the same, 110.3, and the final approach course, which are the runway. And then the glide slope will start at 9.1 nautical miles as opposed to 9.2, but we can leave the rangering there. That doesn't change anything important for us. So I'm guessing that is about it. Let's just check. 2,640 will intercept the glide slope. And we also have 259 degrees, 259 feet, 259 feet for the decision altitude. So we're good. All we have to do is just change it quickly in the arrival, departure arrival, ILS Yankee 16. So we still got reward for Bravo, so execute. It's hardly changing anything at all, so that's looking good. We're also still on the vertical profile, there's no vertical deviation, so that's also looking good. Then we have the final, with the ILS frequency 110.3. Just to quickly cross check it, 110.3 and 160 degrees. 160 degrees on both sides. So let's get through the descent checklist. So pressurization, landing altitude, recall. Let's see what the recall is saying. Nobody's on fire. Auto brake, we set it to 3. Landing data, VRF minimums. So we have QNH 1015. We have our V speed, our VRF speed for flaps 30 at 147 knots, which translates to 152 knots on the for wind correction. And we can double check at the runway 16. That is 152. We have our radio altitude 259 degrees for seeing the runway. That's our decision altitude. We got India Echo Bravo identified. We have 20.3 nautical miles from the localizer, at least in a straight line. And the final approach course 160 is there. So that means the landing data is all there. So that's completed. Approach briefing has been completed as well. So that means descent checklist complete. Then the approach checklist would be altimeters, and we're already at local pressure, since we're below 14,000 feet, so we can check that as well. So then we'll have the landing checklist, engine start switches to continuous real lights. We can do this right now, so we don't have to worry about it later. Let's start the APU, and we're at 10,000 feet. Let's also turn on the landing lights. There we go. And we're actually getting a little bit high now, so let's get these P brakes out. It's beginning to look a little bit better. To the next page. On our way to Udiva, we should be 7,000 feet or above at speed 240 knots. Well, let's retract the speed brake again. Quickly check the progress page. Expected touchdown 2002 with 4,500 kilograms. That's in 10 minutes. So the APU is almost done starting up. The passengers are strapped in and they have been addressed as well. We have the landing altitude of 50. Let me quickly double check that. Airport elevation 41, so 50 will be the closest thing. And I'm guessing our tower frequency might be 118.8, or it will be 125.25, but I'm guessing for 118.8. Let's set that one, 118.8. But we won't switch yet, so we'll just put it in the standby box. Right, so we're definitely getting closer here, people. So, in a straight line, we're 12 nautical miles from the localizer. What we can see on the progress page, our actual track miles distance to go, DTG, 31. And that is this course right here. Right, 7,600. Cool, I'm excited to fly into Wellington. My friend was there the other day. My friend Andrew.
12, descend altitude 6,000.
Descent altitude 6,000. Go on to take 1-2. So do we keep on descending? That would be nice. Or is she leveling off? Let's do alt intervent. And the nose coming down. And let's get the speed brakes out for a bit. Alright, so we're definitely getting through some clouds, some thick cloud layer here. Overcast to 2,000 feet. I'm just going to start up to engage the anti-icing system. Might be a little bit early, but there might be some more other things to focus on, such as the speed brake. Let's retract those. Actually, let's not. We're still a little bit high. I would like to descend even further, actually. Width, we should be 6,000 or below, and then width be 3,000 or above. We're getting a little bit high. Approach Qantas 812. We're getting a little bit high on our approach. Can we get a lower altitude, please? Speed brake retracted. Let's just focus down dangerously now.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet.
Descent altitude 5,000 feet, Qantas 812. Now that's peanuts. Health intervent.
Qantas 812, descend altitude 3,000.
Descent altitude 3,000, Qantas 812.
Descend altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Qantas 812. Let's turn on the localizer. So we're definitely getting closer here. Localizer armed. So we're now at flaps 1 speed. Let's see if we can go flaps 2.
Qantas 812, 6 miles from Kane. Turn right heading 130. Cleared for the ILS runway 16 approach. Speed below 170 knots until established.
Right heading 130 for localizer 16, Qantas 812. Heading select. Localizer still armed. He did say something about speed that was a little bit too fast for me. Quickly checking, and then we'll really have to focus on landing. Speed below 17 knots, we're still established. Let's go flaps 5 speed. Oh, never turned off the runway turn off light. So they're on.
Qantas 812, contact Wellington Tower on 118.8 at Kane.
118.8, Qantas 812. Tower, Qantas 812, established runway 16. I think we're still a little bit high, man.
Qantas 812, Wellington Tower, roger. Continue approach runway 16.
Continue approach 16, Qantas 812.
Qantas 812, winds 160 at 13. Runway 16 clear to land.
Runway 16 clear to land, Qantas 812. We're not quite established.
Qantas 812, roger. Advise when clear of runway.
Let's try and intercept the localizer from above. A little bit aggressive. Go around to the decision altitude then. Distance 5 miles, gear down.
1,000.
Captured by the glide slope. Cabin crew, take your seats for landing. Our speed is super high, 194. What's going on, man? See if we can go flaps 30. And I will actually have to use the air brakes a little bit here, otherwise we'll go way too damn fast. This is a very nice looking approach, by the way, man. Let's go speed 152. Alright, autopilot off. And let's set this baby down at Wellington Airport.
Terrain, pull up. Approaching minimums. Glide slope, minimums. Glide slope.
Continue.
Glide slope. $100. 50. 30.
Idle.
20.
Flare.
10.
Sashan, welcome to Wellington, everybody. Full reverse. And let's assist with a little bit of toe braking. The runway is a little bit short.
Qantas 812, taxi to Terminal 22 at your discretion. Monitor this frequency.
This was a nice approach. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a heavy workload, so I was not really able to look out of the window all that much. So I'm thinking it would be nice to do a general aviation aircraft flight starting and maybe ending at this airport as well. Or maybe we'll do the same route, we'll see. But just to have a look at the airport surroundings, it looks really nicely situated. Tower Qantas 812, runway 16 vacated. So let's go stand next to that colleague there. Because everybody knows we need a little bit of love in our lives, right? And a very wise friend of me once told me, it is not that we want to be loved, we actually want to give love. And I was like, well, I like that. Definitely not on the yellow line there. But that will have to do for today. Parking brake set. Alright, so this should be it then. Right, guys, thank you very much for checking. Welcome to Wellington, New Zealand once again. Wanted to thank you very much for checking, and everybody stay funky, keep your loved ones close, man, and I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.